When you see everyone as perfect, your life is a lot easier. Trying to find fault with others takes a lot of energy. Finding fault with others is draining. It does nothing to buoy your experience of life. It's depressing. Some people focus entirely on what's wrong with other people. As a matter of fact, a lot of people do it. But put them in front of a dog or a cat and suddenly they're a fan. Why not be this way with people? It's not as hard as you may think. It's a question of practice and disciplining yourself to do it. Me, Ivo, what about people who have some definite flaws, and the ones who you relate to who have an agenda for you that might not align with your agenda of them? Ivo, why are you associating with them, then? Also remember that you attract these types of people, the ones who teach you lessons, when you are still learning. You attract other types of people, ones you align with, when you are done learning. Me, what if that's your boss or a co-worker? Ivo, if it is a co-worker you can most likely ignore them, or if it is someone you work closely with, then I would reconsider your position. If it is your boss, then I would reconsider your job. Do not place yourself around people who are toxic in nature. What good do you feel a toxic boss will do for you? Do you think you will thrive in your job with such a person above you? Me, but then they're not perfect. Ivo, no, they are not. Nonetheless, they will have things about themselves that can be admired, ways that their perfection shows. Perhaps an example of this is the narcissists, who are noted for being good dressers and for looking as if they are perfect. If that is all you can find to find perfection in, then focus on that. Me, isn't this a form of denial? Ivo, no, it is a form of positivity. When you remain positive about others, you feel better, your frequency stays higher. If you insist on focusing on what is wrong with other people, then you will suffer as well. Me, so you're saying learning stops? Ivo, when you complete your life's work, yes. It stops. You maintain the frequency you came in with. Me, I'm finding that I'm more like I was when I was a kid. I can cry now at the drop of a hat. Ivo, for example. You are back in touch with your emotions like you were as a child, before your parents taught you how to shut them down. Shutting down your emotions shuts down the alchemy. You are emotional alchemists, I said, but when you shut down your emotions, alchemy ceases. Me, true. Ivo, when you are in the fourth dimension, you are responsible for understanding your current frequency as well as understanding and knowing how to deal with those of third-dimensional frequency. Because on Earth, they are all intermixed. So you must know how to set boundaries and to assert yourself with third dimensionals, and to understand who you wish to have anything to do with, if you choose to at all. You are also responsible for understanding how to deal with people such as yourself, who are of like frequency. When you move up to fifth dimensional frequency, you will become unconditionally loving as a matter of daily interaction. You will be responsible for dealing with those of like frequency in their way, dealing with fourth dimensionals in their way, and for asserting yourself with third dimensionals as required or choosing not to engage with them at all. Me, is this normal? Ivo, no. Most worlds are split out into the varying frequency levels and ascension is only possible through death. Your world is a different story. People are moving through the various dimensions while still alive and still interacting with the other dimensions. Your lives right now require flexibility because the timelines are still intermixed. Normally they are not. Me, okay. Ivo, nonetheless, even those you choose not to interact with have their upside. You can still see their perfection coming out despite areas that still require raising of frequency. In your sister's case, she walks almost daily to birdwatch and she is very good at it. She plants food gardens and her embroidery work is exquisite. Her piano playing not so much, but she still tries and is able to enjoy it despite her frequent errors. She loves her cat very much. She loves animals, nature, and grows organic food in her garden. Her tulip and iris gardens are exquisite. So you see her perfection showing. Admire her for that. Do not choose to focus on the fact that she is disrespectful of you and believes herself to be superior to you. Do not focus on the fact she tried to beat you up when you were 20. She is a product of your violent family as well. Me, yes. I wasn't perfect either. Ivo, yet you have such perfect qualities as I've described in other videos. Understand with your sister that the bottom is unacceptable to you, her toxic attitude towards you, but you can still appreciate the things she does so wonderfully, such as her gardens. Yes, we have had to intervene with her to nullify the toxic negative energy she sends out to you. You are not aware of the depth of her hatred of you, my love, that is why I tell you this of your sister now. Me, too bad, but she's part of my family. My family has some real challenges. Ivo, yes. They do. I am saying it raises your frequency to see the wonder of other people, and it keeps you in a higher state of frequency. People have their areas where they are still learning, but unless you must engage them in these areas, do not focus on them. Choose to see God in all who walk your planet. He is there. In all of them who are on the soul matrix. Today it is a dark, rainy November day. What can you see in this that gives you comfort? Me, I think about Lake Superior and the boats that still travel in November. The Edmund Fitzgerald sank in Lake Superior, Gitche Gumi, the native name for Superior, and I'm hoping that's a warning to all sailors not to let their boss's greedy nature force them into sailing when weather is bad. So many times these ships have gone down when they shouldn't have been sailing. Why? Because of profit. People have to start valuing their lives over profit. Otherwise, it's a quiet day and I can enjoy the peace and quiet. Ivo, very good. So you see the lessons and you see the perfection in the day. Me, I love to hear the raindrops on the porch roof. Ivo, a fireplace would be nice for you now. Me, yes. Putting on a fire. So we want to reiterate to people not to see people as perfect when you're being threatened by them or they're trying to harm you, emotionally or physically or any other way. Some people are the lesson you're to learn, and others are just there in your life, around you, who you can find the God in. It helps you to feel better about being alive here now in this complicated environment. Finding the God in your teachers is a good idea, however, you still have to work your boundaries and assert yourself. Ivo, true, my love. It is hard work being an earthling, especially now when so much is influencing your lives. But to focus on the God perfection in all or as many as possible, helps you so much. Me, thank you Ivo.